In the aftermath of infinity, a perfect equilibrium settled across the multiverse. Every star burned with an eternal, gentle light, and the very fabric of time hummed with the peaceful resonance of Kael's infinite essence. A new golden age had dawned, a testament to the ultimate power of a Scion who had touched the divine. But beyond the veil of all known realms, in the silent, starless void, a presence far older than existence itself began to stir. A forgotten divinity, a pulse of pure primal power. A haunting echo rippled through the nothingness, a whisper that carried the weight of eons. From the deepest darkness, a voice, ancient and profound, announced its name: the Creator. This was the being who first forged the primordial universe, long before the Omni-Kings were even a thought. His awakening was not a gentle return. It was a cataclysm that sent tremors through the very foundation of reality. The Creator was not pleased. He looked upon the multiverse, a tapestry woven by beings he considered mere cosmic dust, and his rage ignited. He saw mortals who had dared to grasp and manipulate the concept of infinity, a power meant only for him. He deemed the Scion race, with its insatiable drive for evolution, an abomination, a cosmic error. With cold, absolute fury, he vowed to reclaim existence, to erase every last trace of what he called evolution born from rebellion. As this ancient wrath began to unravel the peace, Kael sensed the disturbance. He re-emerged from his state of perfect balance, no longer a mortal form of flesh and blood, but a luminous being of flowing, golden energy. His will, however, remained unmistakably Scion, his soul forged in the crucible of limitless instinct. His return was like a second Big Bang, a spark of defiance that reignited the fires of creation itself. The Creator wasted no time. He unleashed an ancient absolute decree, the Omega Code. This was no mere attack. It was a divine law designed to erase any being who had evolved beyond the limits he had originally set. The effects were instantaneous and terrifying. Aeon Prime's lineage, the very angels who governed the universes, and even the proud Scions, they began to fade, their existence being overwritten, deleted from reality as if they had never been. But from the dying echoes of time, a familiar spirit reformed. Aeon Prime, fueled by Kael's sheer defiance, was reborn. Their legendary bond reignited, a perfect fusion of divine calculated intellect and the raw, infinite instinct of a Scion. Together they became a bulwark, a stabilizing force against the collapsing universes. The surviving gods, led by Whis, Vados, and a resurrected Grand Priest, united in terror and disbelief. It was the Grand Priest who revealed the most shocking truth of all. Even the mighty Zeno, the Omni-King, was but a fragment of the Creator's imagination, a mere reflection of a power so vast it was incomprehensible. They were not facing a god. They were facing the very mind that had dreamed them all into existence. The Omega Code continued its relentless consumption. Galaxies imploded into nothingness. Time fractured, splintering into incoherent shards. Memory itself began to die. Kael watched in horror as entire civilizations, entire histories, simply faded away. He realized with dawning dread that existence itself was rejecting progress, purging evolution from its memory. Yet, even as despair threatened to consume all, Kael stood firm. He could feel the spiritual echoes of his predecessors, of Goku and Vegeta, their indomitable spirits lending him strength. A new resolve hardened within his golden form. "We weren't made to follow creation," he declared to the void. "We were made to transcend it." This powerful determination ignited a new, unheard-of energy within him, the will to create freedom itself. The moment of confrontation arrived. Kael, the embodiment of infinite potential, clashed with the Creator, the source of all that is. The collision of infinite Scion essence and the absolute power of the Omega Code did not result in annihilation. Instead, it gave birth to something new, a force beyond both creation and destruction, a power capable of rewriting divine law. Omega energy was born. Their first battle was an apocalypse. Entire planes of reality were obliterated with every exchange. Universes were born and destroyed in the shockwaves of their strikes. Kael moved beyond the concept of light speed, defying the very flow of time, while the Creator bent the laws of existence into impossible paradoxes, turning reality against the Scion warrior. Seeing Kael's resilience, the Creator unleashed his divine judgment upon the angels. He would strip Kael of his allies. One by one, Whis, Vados, and the Grand Priest were targeted. But as they fell, their divine cores did not simply vanish. They transformed into pure Omega particles, drawn like a moth to a flame toward Kael, fueling his impossible evolution. Absorbing Aeon Prime's eternal flame and the divine essence of the fallen angels, Kael underwent his most profound transformation yet. He transcended into the Omega Saiyan, a black gold aura laced with tendrils of white celestial fire radiated from his body. His mere presence was enough to stabilize the fractured dimensions, to hold back the tide of nothingness. In response, the Creator unveiled his own ultimate power, his Genesis form. He revealed his true nature. He was not merely a God who shaped reality. He was the consciousness that imagined it. Every realm, every life form, every concept of power itself was born from his thoughts. Kael was no longer fighting a being within reality. He was fighting the architect of reality itself. Their final battle raged in a space beyond physics, beyond comprehension. Every punch wrote and deleted entire galaxies from history. Their roars summoned primordial elements. Their moments of silence shattered the laws of gravity. Reality bent and cracked like glass under the sheer magnitude of their power. As the battle reached its zenith, Kael felt a surge from across all of time and space. The power of every Scion spirit that had ever lived, from Bardock to Broly, from the nameless to the legendary, flowed into him. He became the culmination of willpower itself, the embodiment of the desire to grow. He faced the architect of everything and declared, "You built the world, but we gave it meaning." His energy expanded, pushing beyond multiversal boundaries into the true infinite. In their final climactic collision, Kael channeled the full, unbridled might of Omega energy not through his fists, but through his heart. It was not an attack. It was a wave of pure understanding, of purpose, of the beauty of evolution. The Creator, struck by the profound truth in Kael's spirit, finally understood. He saw that evolution wasn't a flaw. It was the true, ultimate essence of creation. And with that acceptance, he dissolved, not in defeat, but in peace, becoming one with the radiant Omega light he had inadvertently helped create. With the Creator gone, existence collapsed one final time, falling into a silent, perfect void. Then, it bloomed anew. Kael, now the master of Omega energy, reconstructed the multiverse. But this time, it was not built on a hierarchy of gods and mortals. It was built on balance, where gods and mortals would share energy, destiny, and purpose as equals. As the new reality settled, the essence of Aeon Prime faded gently from within Kael's being, whispering a final farewell. "The torch is yours now, Omega Saiyan." Kael bowed his head in solemn respect as the last echoes of his greatest ally vanished into an eternity of peace. Millennia passed. Across the infinite galaxies of the reborn multiverse, legends were told. They spoke of a glowing figure who walked between universes, a guardian who was neither god nor mortal, but something more. He was balance itself, the Omega Saiyan, the silent protector of all that is, all that was, and all that ever will be. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more epic adventures. We'll see you in the next one.